Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video to let you know what I was up to. I've done a lot of talking about my 35 Ford sedan and kind of the stuff I've done with that, but I haven't really talked about this old car. This 1932 Ford Roadster that my father and I built when I was 16. The car is almost 20 years old now, and it's kind of in need of some just some general maintenance on the car, because it's been sitting for a while. Back in 2016, late 2016, early 2017, I converted the car over to fuel injection. I went with the Holley Sniper EFI. And you know, in general, I really liked it. There were a few little setbacks to the car when I first did it, or to the system when I first did it. I had to replace the coolant temperature sensor. For some reason, the Holley supplied ones read 20 to 30 degrees different than what the car was really seeing. So I got a replacement coolant temperature sensor. That fixed that problem. And then after about 6 to 7 months of the fuel injection being on the car, I lost an O2 sensor, and then the ECU failed on me. And so I took it all off, sent it back to Holley. Holley was great. They had great customer service. They warrantied out the ECU, and it was a really good experience for me. So they replaced the ECU, they sent it back to me, I put it on the car. Around that time, my father passed away, and it was kind of hard for me to kind of play with this car because it always kind of reminded me of him. But I've started really wanting to get the car back out and really get it perfect. And so that's what I'm going to start doing over the next few weeks. And I just wanted to kind of give a brief overview of what I'm going to be doing tonight and kind of where my head's at. So the Sniper is great. I love the Sniper. The self-tuning was, you know, I thought was really good for just being able to slap it on, you know, and start it up. It was leaps and bounds over the old Edelbrock carburetor that was on there. It starts up instantly. It seems to have much better throttle response, and I just feel better about it. But I've always heard that, you know, the self-learning will only get you so far, and then you really need to do some manual fine-tuning with the ECU, some programming with a laptop to get the car to the, you know, that next level. And so that's kind of where I want to eventually get. But first I want to take care of some maintenance issues that I think are kind of holding the car and the Sniper back from being able to do some of that stuff. The first is I have an exhaust leak. And I've heard exhaust leaks upstream from the O2 sensor can really play havoc on those O2 sensors. And I want them to be reading the right air-fuel ratio all the time. And if I have a small leak coming in, that's going to throw those air-fuel ratios off. So I've heard that really affects, you know, the low RPM cruising around town and stuff. But when you're out on the highway turning some RPMs, the exhaust has so much, you know, velocity behind it that it doesn't really affect it. But I still want to get that exhaust system leak fixed. And then a few weeks, months ago, whatever, I was looking at the car and I noticed a burnt spark plug wire. So I want to get that taken care of, because when you look at the data logs that I've done with the car, it looks like there's RFI, EMI, radio frequency interference going on with the data logs that the Sniper is recording, and you know, which can really play havoc on these Sniper units. These Sniper units are very finicky when it comes to RFI. So I'm going to replace the plug wires. I think I'm even going to route them underneath the headers to try to get them as far away from any of that electronic stuff as possible, and do some other things to really kind of cut down on, make sure I don't have any RFI, EMI going on in the car. So just got done taking apart the driver's side, took the block hugger header off, completely off, took the driver's side spark plugs out, and I found a little bit more than what I was expecting, to be honest, but you know, it's okay. I think everything's fixable for sure. First thing I found when I took the collector gasket off, at one point this was copper and you can see it's just got all types of corrosion. What I found next was I took the header off, and you can see this side, I don't think it looks too bad. This is the side that was on the motor. I don't really see any marks where it was having an exhaust leak, but the other side tells a much different story. You can see here, it's leaking here. I think it was leaking all around here, and maybe a little here. I don't know. You can see here the gasket. So I'm gonna buy those Rimflex gaskets that are a little bit more compression, and hopefully those will help seal them up. Next, I took out the spark plug wire, or spark plugs. You can see here they're all pretty black and they all smell like gas. So I think back when I had the original O2 sensor go out on me, I think I just washed the walls down with gasoline and that these got fouled out. So I mean, before I took all this apart, I actually would have said the car was running pretty good. So I'm anxious to see what happens when we put this all back together with nicer stuff. And I'm just gonna keep playing with it, tuning on it, and I'm just gonna kind of document it as I go. So thanks for watching, and you know, hopefully tune back in and see what I'm doing, and I'll give you guys updates as I go. Thanks.